Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
And good evening, everyone. It's high school football on NETSN. Thursday night game of the week. We have the Wolfe City Wolves and the Timpson Bears here in Tyler, Texas, a neutral site game at Clyde Perkins Stadium on the campus of Grace Community. Hello, everyone. I'm Brett Swinney. Alongside me tonight is Jason Cavazos. Jason, first time with you this season. How's it been going this year? Some great football on NETSN this year.
Yeah, so far so good. It's been a great bunch of games. We've had a few kind of crazy occurrences, a lot of power outages, stuff like that. But
don't mention that.
But yeah, I'm gonna say it now because it's not gonna happen.
You didn't bring that Whitman guy with you tonight.
No, I don't have the Whitman curse with me. We're good to go. Hey, Keith.
Man, we got a good one here between Timson and Wolfe City, a neutral site game. Last year, this game was played in Longview Lobo Stadium in a non-district contest as Wolfe City won 45-27. Total plays in that game, Jason, 52 for Timpson and 63 for Wolfe City. 34 combined first downs. A lot of rushing yards. Wolfe City as a team rushed for 369 yards rushing, led by their star running back, Kansas State commit H.D. Davis, had 287 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then his running mate, Heron, had 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. So a dominating performance by Wolfe City. Unfortunately for them, the playoff game the year before didn't go their way. Some guy named Bussy, he went to some school in Texas. I don't really know what school. It's not really a big school, I don't think.
It's the better.
But Bussy himself was the quarterback that 2023 team. Went 12 for 20, 270 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then, of course, they also had 279 yards rushing with 5 touchdowns. Bussy was the top rusher. He had 212 yards on 13 carries. That's a pretty good average just by quick math. Jeremy's not with me tonight, so he's my math guy. Quick math, that's pretty good. And then 1 touchdown. Basically, it was a one-man show. I mean, everybody struggled with Bussy that year. I mean, it was a great season for Timson. So come back to this game. It's a 1-1 split over the last couple of years. So we got the third kind of the winner take all here tonight.
Yeah, you got the rubber match here tonight, and I think it's going to be a lot of the same. I think both teams lean heavily on the run, so it might be whose defense decides to step up and who can slow down or stop the other team's offense.
Yeah, and you've got some players to watch here, Jason. Kind of looking through the what they've done so far. For Timpson, Albert Parker, number 4, he's got 435 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns. Of course, a lot of these players also will play defense, and he will play both sides. You've got Jeffrey Richardson also with almost 400 yards rushing at 379 yards rushing with 5 TDs. And then you've got Mason Harbison is one of the captains, and he is a stellar defensive player with 11 tackles and 2 sacks. Those are some players to watch for Timpson. For Wolfe City, the guy we're watching, H.D. Davis, again, Kansas State commit, 2-way star. He plays free safety as well as running back, another team captain. And then you've got also Kason Bissell on he plays wide receiver, cornerback. He's a versatile athlete. And then an anchor on the offensive line, Jace Williams up front. And you like those offensive linemen, Jason?
I love those big guys. That's where I try to watch, is down there in the trenches, and just see how much sweat, how much blood we can get going on that little battle.
But needless to say, this should be a good battle. We've had one win from each side, and so I'm expecting a good one here. There's not many games going tonight, so if you're tuned in, thanks for joining us tonight, and make sure you share the link with all your family and friends, and the chat is open. So one of the things, look, some Jaron Peoples guys are in the chat. Said something about Gig'em. I don't know what Gig'em is, but
there we go.
He's confused. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm not even going to talk bad about Jaron now just because he said Gig'em. I'm not going to bring up anything. I'll talk about Keith and the power outages or something instead.
But it should be a good one here. Make sure you share the link. This is free on YouTube tonight, and so We did share it with the Wolfe City and Timpson community, so make sure you chat with us. Let us know maybe where you're watching the game from, who you're watching, what team you're cheering for. Maybe you're just tuned in because you like listening to me talk. I don't know. Maybe you have some NETSN people that are crazy like that. But I and hopefully it's a good one here. And we want to also see how many subscribers we can gain tonight. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, Jason, how much does it cost to subscribe to our YouTube channel? It's got to be pretty expensive, right, with all these games we have?
Man, I think it costs about as much as it does to get the app.
Okay.
I think it's carrier one free.
Free. Okay. That's pretty good. It's free to you. It does cost us money, so if you're interested in sponsoring NETSN and what we do, reach out to us at sales@netsn.live. But we're excited to get this game tonight, and shout out to our man Larry Pierce. He originally scheduled this game and realized it was right down the road from us and said, hey, do y'all want to do it? So Larry is, I'm sure, tuned in tonight as he's Mr. Piney Woods, and we appreciate all he does for those communities down there. And so, Jason, you have tomorrow night off. We have a slate of games tomorrow. I'm going to be over in Lindale, Texas for a big District 9 4A Division I matchup between the Chapel Hill Bulldogs and Lindale Eagles. See, Jaron, I know he's on the chat. He's going to Harleton to watch Harleton and Big Sandy tomorrow and call that game. Your partner, which he kicked you out of the booth for a week and let you have the night off. I'm hoping that he doesn't touch anything in White House and everything goes crazy. He'll be over in White House. Keith will, I think, with Chris, and they'll be calling the White House Wildcats and the Mount Pleasant. I think they're the Tigers, I believe.
I believe so.
And let's see, there's one other game. Oh, the Brook Hill guys, yeah. Jeremy and Chad are going to be rolling down to Austin, where the good college is, to play Austin Regents. That'll be a TAPS matchup.
Aren't they the Kangaroos, Austin College Kangaroos? That's the good college.
No, that's not it. It's not it. But it looks like we got some teams getting coming out of the field. The tunnels are getting aired up here. We're getting ready to get started here pretty soon. Jason, what are you looking for in this one tonight? I know we kind of looking at the stats. There was a lot of pounding it up the field. So, I mean, it should favor a offensive line play, and the line play should be a big factor in this one.
Line play is going to be a huge factor. Looking at the statistics, I'll use Timpson as an example. Their leading tacklers, their lead tackler is Sean Matz, the linebacker, with 23 tackles on the season so far. You have Corey Wilson, linebacker, 15 tackles. Then you have Dylan Wilkie, a defensive lineman, with 13 tackles. You also have all these people with all these tackles, and they're inside the box. So they're really doing a good job so far this season of keeping the runners contained in the box. I think the team that breaks loose tonight is going to get outside the tackles and going to break for some big runs and force them defensive backs to make tackles.
I mean, it's kind of going to be one of those games, I feel like, that, just who makes the most stops and who can force those turnovers, because I think the offenses are going to have field day, I feel like. Now saying that, it'll probably be a 14-7 game. I mean, I feel like this year, every game Jeremy and I have done has kind of been one of those low-scoring defensive battles, which nothing wrong with that. We had, a good one in Gladewater. Gladewater lost to West Rusk 15-14. Last week, West Rusk got a win 14-10. Had several of those just defensive, just slugfest. But I have this strange feeling tonight that this could be a high-scoring game.
It very well could be. I mean, I was looking at Jaron. Looking at Timpson come out, and they've got some beef wearing those big numbers. So they're probably going to either take advantage of their speed, try to get to the corners, or they're going to try to take advantage of those big bodies up front and see if they can find a crease and break for some yardage, because you do have on the other side, like we talked about earlier, big man H.D. Davis, who will be looking to gain some big yards for the Wolves.
So we got it's like we're going to have the coin toss here in just a minute. They're going to do the national anthem first, so we'll take care of business there, and then we'll be back for the coin toss here on NETSN.
For the national anthem performed by the Timpson High School band. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather here tonight in the spirit of sportsmanship and community. We're grateful for the players, coaches, families, and fans who have come together to support and celebrate the game of football. Please watch over the athletes tonight as they compete. Keep them safe from injury. Help them to play with integrity, courage, and respect for one another. Bless the coaches with wisdom and patience, and the officials with clarity and fairness. May this game be a moment of joy, teamwork, and growth for all involved. Win or lose, let us walk away with pride in our effort, gratitude for the chance to play, and strength in our unity. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 1, 2,
All right, we'll have the captains go onto the field here. We got captains for Wolfe City tonight. Number 8, H.D. Davis. Number 77, Santiago Marquez. We've got number 2, Chris Herron. And number 1, Case Conley. For Timpson, we've got number 64, Mason Harbison. Number 8, Sean Matz. Number 6, Fonte Collins. And number 4, Albert Parker. So those are the captains. Looks like you've got Chris Herron on crutches there, which is not what you want to see coming out, Jason.
No, defensive back, wide receiver Chris Herron, senior. I'm sure that's not how he wants to spend his night.
And we looked at that game from a couple of years ago. You had Herron and 2 years ago, Herron had 24 carries for 104 yards and a touchdown. And then, of course, last year, he also had 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's kind of been that 1B to H.D. Davis. And so not having him, it's going to be a really heavy on H.D. tonight to carry the load.
Yeah, but then you also have Noah Adams, the quarterback. Does have 7 passing touchdowns this season. So, you know Timpson is going to focus on Davis. I think if Wolfe City does use play action, keeps the book open, I think they can make some good plays.
So Wolfe City won the toss. They will receive the opening kickoff here to start the game, and we're about ready to go. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in. The chat is open. Chat up with us. We know Jaren's watching. We got says game of the year, Westwood versus Mildred. That's one of our pick'em games this week. It is a good one. Jason, did you get your picks in this week?
I did get them in this week. I missed a week, so
okay. Well,
I'm down on the scoreboard just a little bit.
Well, you sound like Jaren with a million excuses. Jaren's mad because you can't pick both teams every week. I mean, he just if it was up to Jaren, we'd have everybody would win. Everyone's first place. And we'd have a top 150 teams in East Texas.
Well, if in my defense, I'm a baseball guy. So, if you bat 300, you're Hall of Fame material. So I'm still above 300 on my picks.
Unfortunately, in the Pick'em Challenge, that doesn't get you very far. We got kicking off for Timson here is number 11. That is Alexis Castillo.
Back deep is going to be number 8, H.D. Davis, and number 13, Daniel.
And they kicked it straight sideways. It went backwards, Jason. Have you ever seen that in a game?
Believe it or not, I have.
Okay.
One time.
So the kick was a negative 1 yard kickoff. Wow, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
I have seen it one time, and it's funny that you mentioned it because I actually have seen it once. So
Okay. Well, I don't think that's what Coach Gandy drew up for Timpson, but it's going to give Wolfe City a great starting field position, and they're going to be led onto the field by their quarterback, Noah Adams, number 17 here with H.T. Davis. And Adams is a big guy. I don't know if we got some – do you have any stats on him? He's a big dude. He's almost like a fullback. I wonder if he hands the ball off and he leads blocks too.
Yeah, I don't have any size stats on him, but he looks at least 6 foot.
And they're going to give to Davis, and he is met immediately. Tackle in the backfield there. Looks like Joa Parrish on the tackle there, Jason.
Yeah, and Parrish coming in off that defensive line. That's good news for these Timpson Bears.
So that's going to make a loss of 2. So let's bring up 2nd down and 12. They're going to take their time here. And here we go. Going to pass. Adams looks left. His receiver kind of slipped. Intended for number 3, Brennan Russell. And the turf monster got him, Jason.
He got him. Looked like it was going to be a good route, and he probably still would have been a little bit short. Number 11, Alexis Castillo, was out there with him, but now you're looking, 3rd and 12?
Yeah, 3rd and 12. He's clapping for it, trying to draw him off. Straight up the middle carry, and it's going to be tackle at the 30-yard line. So almost got there was Adams, straight up the middle.
And Tatum loaded up the box on that one. I'm kind of surprised he found a crease.
And they're going to go for it on 4th down, and it's going to be close. Where are they going to get? Are they going to give him forward progress, Jason?
I do not think he got there. I think he got to the 30. I think it's going to be a turnover on down.
Man, great penetration by Timpson up front.
And it is 1st down, Timpson.
I mean, is it interesting you went with Adams there instead of Davis? I mean, I guess he's got the size. Maybe they thought as soon as he went sideways and didn't go north-south, I think that's where he kind of lost it there.
You know, Timpson loaded up the box, and still he could not find that crease that time. I think he got a little excited because he did find the crease on the previous play, but nothing there. Good job by the Bears defense.
So 1st and 10 here. Oh, a jump, and they're going to go ahead and play it. It looks like Parker's on the carry straight ahead, and there was a lot of movement up front. It's going to be a flag down on the play. Offsides. And so they will take the penalty, I imagine, and keep the down, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, if he gained more than the 5, you might consider it, but he gained right at 5 yards. So you might as well keep the down, go from there.
So 1st and 5. Parker going to hand off up the middle, bounce outside. That's number 5 on the carry. That's Jeffrey Richardson, and he's going to pick up close to 1st down yardage. I think he might just be a little short.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short. And Wolfe City running the more of a 4-3 defense. You would expect that middle not to be as available for Timpson, so I would expect Timpson to run more outside the tackles. Still, their speed, Timpson's known for their speed. If they can get outside, you never know what's going to happen.
Parker, handoff to Richardson coming this way, and he is met by it's got to be a pack of wolves, right? That's the one thing that me and Jeremy always try to figure out. Okay, what's the group of?
Yeah,
I do think it is a pack of wolves.
It's a pack of wolves.
And they didn't stop him though before he picked up the 1st down. The ball's going to be spotted at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for Timpson. So you were correct. Timpson's kind of been pounding the ball too here. We'll see if they can keep it up. They're going to give a little inside counter. And that time on the carry, was that Richardson again?
Yeah,
No, it was number 8 that time. That's going to be Sean Matz on the carry. So he's kind of been that, I think he went maybe that H-back type player there.
Yeah, and Howie, the linebacker for the Wolves, has been in on the last 2 plays. Just great pursuit to the ball.
So 2nd down and 9. Parker hands off to Richardson again, following his blockers. He's taken down around the 48-yard line. Nice run. It'll bring up a 3rd down and manageable here. It's like about 4.
Now I'm trying to get ahead of the thing. I'm trying to see what a group of bears is called.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. And I think we might have. Did we have bears? We had Gladewater, so I should know that. So 3rd and 4. Parker, handoff, Richardson. He is going to be stopped right at the 50, and he's going to be short, a couple yards short of the 1st down. Now, this is an interesting spot, 4th and 2, right at the 50. How risky do you get here, Jason?
Question is, what kind of punting game do you have? I mean,
yeah,
can you pin them? Because you don't want to give them good field position, even though your defense made a great stop the last drive.
We got a timeout taken here. What we got? Referee stopping it.
Oh, for the record, a group of bears can be called a sloth, pack, maul, or sleuth.
I like pack.
Yeah, we're going to go with pack.
But they're both packs tonight. Okay, so what are we doing? Oh, they're making Richardson come out for some reason. I'm not sure what happened there. Replacing him as number 15, Bray Booker, and we'll see. Will they just let Parker keep it? Big 4th and 2. And, yep, Parker's going to keep it himself, and he picks up the 1st down easily up to the 45-yard line of the Wolves. So a nice run. And we'll give a shout-out to Albert Parker Jr. We got to meet his parents here a while ago. They were trying to stream the game. We're like, guys, it's here. It's on YouTube for free. So hopefully all of Albert Parker's family was able to find the stream okay, and hopefully you enjoy the broadcast this evening. Give us a shout in the chat if you're watching. We love to chat with you. We got to meet his parents. Nice family. They get to enjoy the game tonight. They don't have to try to stream it. So 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Richardson and back in. He gets the carry, bounces outside. There goes Richardson. Richardson stutter steps. He's going to go all the way in for the touchdown. 45-yard touchdown for Jeffrey Richardson.
And doing my job, I'm looking around. No laundry.
No laundry on the field. Wow. That stutter step, Jason, he kind of got the defender on his heels with a stutter step, kind of stopped and then put on the Jets again, and then Timpson up 6-0 here early.
Yeah, and with the speed Richardson has, you've just got to make a choice, and he chose to take the fake, and not much you can do because that acceleration just got him right in the end zone for 6.
Castillo on for the point after. Kick is up and good. So with 7:04 left here in the first quarter played, Timpson strikes first. They lead 7-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here on NETSN. Brett Tony, Jason Cavazos here in Tyler at Grace Community School for a good one here. And a 45-yard touchdown run for Richardson to start the first possession for Tatum. And after that kickoff, I think they're going to take that. I mean, you kick off backwards, you make the stop, and you're able to get the first points of the game.
Yeah, for sure you'll take that. I'm gonna get you on that one because I got you on the whole Tatum thing. Timpson, but Great kick by Castillo.
Did I say?
You said Tatum.
Did I say Tatum?
You did.
It's Jaron. He's on the chat.
Jaron's on the chat.
He's causing problems already. He's always stirring problems. Hey, speaking of the chat, we got who do y'all have, Westwood or Mildred? I took Westwood. I think Bryant. What he does at quarterback. He's got his brother outside as a weapon. Also, Case and Dahl. I think they're poised to get the win over Mildred. But I think it'll be a great game. I think it'll be one of the better games of the.
I think I took Westwood also.
Okay. All right, so it'll be a second possession here for Wolfe City. They'll take the field at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Adams. We're going to switch up and go. Oh, they're going to go Wildcat with H.D. Davis, and he's looking for room and not a whole lot there. He's going to get up to the 28-yard line for a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, they so far have trying to incorporate a lot of movement. The Bears are showing a lot of discipline there at the line. So far, so good. They've done a lot of attempts to try to pull that Bears defensive line into the neutral zone. They have not fallen for it yet. What's funny is the Wolves have fallen for it.
Yeah, it's not a lot of room. Timpson's done a great job of plugging those gaps. They're going to give to Davis again in the middle, and Davis found a hole that time. Almost breaks it through. Got the first down, but it was almost a lot of green in front of him there. He got tripped up. They're going to mark him down at the 37.
Yeah, they're going back on the ball really quick.
They're going to try to see if they found something here. See if they give it again to Davis. Nope, they're going to drop back to pass with Adams. A little pump fake. He'll go route, and it is, hits him in the helmet, Jason.
Yeah.
My.
The defender threw his hands up there just at the last minute.
Kind of distracted.
I think 12 Boykins got him, just threw him off just enough to make that incomplete.
Yeah, that was intended for number 4. That was Mason Pacell, I believe, on the intended target there. So, or Kaysen. Kaysen. Sorry, Kaysen. We'll get you. Man, that was a great throw, though. They're going to give it to Davis this time, and he is just marked by about 3 Bears. They're like, we're not letting you through, Mr. Davis. Your pass was rejected. You cannot pass.
Yeah. 52, 64. They just swallowed that up. Mason Harbison, Clifford Klein, both of them, great job getting penetration. Nowhere for Davis to go.
So 3rd and 12 now. We'll see if they go to the air here on a 3rd and long. And they will. It'll be Adams. Drop back, looks left. He's throwing it, and he overthrows his target. It was intended for number 13, Daniel Guillen. And it's going to be punt time for the Wolves.
And I'll say this for the Bears. These defensive backs, they got both corners, or I say corners. One of the corners, and it looks like one of the safeties, freshman.
Oh, wow. That was great coverage over there on the outside.
Great job. 33, Jaden Smiles.
Looks like Davis is back to do the punting. He's going to kind of run around with it, and then he decides to kick it. Okay. So his coverage is already down there. There's no way to return it. Great roll. It's still rolling inside the 25. It's going to get to the 20, just about, maybe the 20.5-yard line. Great punt by H.D. Davis, and Timpson will take over 1st and 10 from about the 20 or 21-yard line, depending on where they spot it there.
Looks like right up to the 21. So,
man, great punt though.
Great job.
I mean, what do we expect? He does everything, I think. He's took a snap as Wildcat quarterback already. He's ran the ball several times, and now he's punting.
And I bet he's got that freedom. If he sees a seam, he probably has the green
Yeah, it's probably
light.
one of those like, hey, roam around back there, stall time, and if you see a hole, go, or if not, just punt it. I agree. I think that's when you got an athlete like that at this level, probably a little more freedom to do that.
Yeah.
So Timpson will be back on offense with Mr. Parker. It'll be 1st and 10. Parker handoff to Richardson. Starts left, kind of cuts it back to the middle. Not a lot there. They may give him 1.
No, it looked like the counter play just kind of got swallowed up by the pursuit of the defense. Number 10 there for the Wolves, Austin Bongratz. I apologize if that's wrong, but he made a great play coming in to collapse that any seam he had, no cutback available.
Yeah, he was bottled up both ways. So 2nd and 9. Richardson again. Little crease that time. He's going to get to the the 27-yard line. So a gain of about 5 there. It'll bring up 3rd and 4, I believe.
And that was good, strong running.
Yeah.
The defense did collapse on him. There was a little bit of a crease, like you said, but they got bodies on him fairly quickly, but he had lowered his shoulders right as he was powering through that crease, picked up 5 pretty easy.
Oh, we got Jaron's giving us some information here in the chat. We'll get to it here in just a minute. We got a big 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Timpson Bears. And they're going to keep this time with Parker. He's trying to find a hole. He bounces it completely the other direction. Oh, he's just going to be short. I think they're going to mark him at the 30. He's going to be a yard short of the first down. This would be risky here.
It's a close. Oh, it's close.
Man, did they move the ball up to the 31? Oh, they gave him the first down. Wow. The sticks were confused too over there. The chains, I thought he was a little short by first glance, but
you know, I'm at a horrible angle, so I can't tell. I know that was good, hard running.
I mean, he reached it, so they gave him that last effort there. So great effort by Mr. Parker. So 1st and 10 for Timpson. He's going to keep it himself. Right at the middle, and there he goes, Parker. He's got a lot of grass in front of him. Will they catch him? And no, they won't. Touchdown, Timpson. 69-yard touchdown run for Albert Parker Jr., and Timpson's up by 2 scores.
And that pack of Bears cleared out that defensive line just enough to get him a good hole to go through. And I thought somebody had him by the ankle, but the balance Parker showed on that just to get out of that and accelerate for 6.
So on for the point after is Castillo. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and good. 2:54 left here in the first quarter play. Timpson leads 14-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, we are back here on NETSN, and we're going to go to one of our commentators and chat members of the night. Jaron People says Coach Gandy is the son of longtime Joaquin coach Wayne Gandy. He said Ram football has been 91-51, 10 playoff appearances, 4 district titles, 7 wins, including a state semifinal appearance in 2009. So got some coaching genes there. As
little heritage.
Yeah. We got Matthew Wolfe checking in from White Oak Roughneck territory. He's also saying Gig'em. I'm sorry, Matthew.
There we go, Matthew.
What do we do? What does that even mean? I don't know what that even means.
You know, you got to be intellectually capable to understand what
I don't know.
Gig'em
I don't know
is.
what that is. I know about that. I feel like that's like a cult territory down there. Some weird things going on down there. But needless to say, I do enjoy the game is back every Thanksgiving now, so I enjoy that. So a nice return there for Wolfe City. I think that's number 13, Daniel Guillen on the return. He's going to be tackled up to the 41, so it's a nice return for Wolfe City. So good field position. They need something here to answer, because I feel like, 2 scores. Timpson's hasn't shown much ability to slow down. They're going to keep going. So you've got to score if you're Wolfe City here.
Yeah, Timpson's mindset right now is all gas, no brakes. So Wolfe City wants to put just a little hitch in their giddy up, I guess you could say, and see if they can't dig into this 14-point lead.
I think they've got to get H.D. Davis outside of the tackles. That up the middle has not been working for them.
No, that's the strength of that Timpson defense.
They're going to throw the ball, and it's intercepted, picked off by number 12, Kevon Boykins. And wow, Jason, another. So they threw the ball, and it went right through the receiver's hands. That was intended for Kason Pacell. And Boykins says, "Hey, that's my football now."
Definitely, got it.
Man, oh man. So just like that, Timson has got another chance to strike here in this first quarter.
And one thing about it, even if that Wolves defense tightens up, I love it. Castillo, he's good from at least 35, 40.
Yeah.
So
you were checking out the kickers before
I
game.
always check out the kickers.
It's important, especially this 2A level.
If you have a kicker at this level, it's almost deadly.
Parker, little counter play, handed off. I think that was number 3 at first glance. Make sure we get the number. I believe that was is that 3 or 5? Not the numbers all up on their jersey there. I can't tell. Maybe it was 5. Maybe that was Richardson on the carry.
Yeah, it looks like number 5.
They got their jerseys. They're all tucked under their pads, and you can't see them there. That makes it difficult for the announcers.
Yeah,
they don't think about that though.
No, for Pacell, he had a good. He sealed the edge off, so that turned.
Oh, we got a bad snap. I wasn't ready for it. Was Parker, and I think it was picked up and ran by Richardson.
They caught a lucky break there because the ball bounced right off of Parker.
Goodness.
And he was not looking for the snap at that point.
No.
And it bounced straight back towards the defense.
Yeah, it was rolling forward, and it was like just a free $100 bill just floating around. and Richardson said, "Hey, I'll take that." And he gained a yard on it. So now you got 3rd down and 8 and a huge stop right here for Wolf City. If they could force, maybe even probably go for it on 4th down, but they could have forced them to have to go for it on 4th. We'll see what they do. They're going to keep it with Parker on the right side. He cuts it back up to the middle. There's not a whole lot there. He's going to be marked at the 31-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 4th down. And
I'm looking at Case Conley limping off right now. I was watching him because he did a great job of sealing the edge also for the Wolves, and now he's limping off the field. So you hate to see that for any of these young guys.
So 4th and 7 here. Clock rolling. They will have to snap it here before the end of the quarter. So we'll see. Coach Gandy relays the play in, and we'll see what they do here. So 4th down and 7, big play in this game early. And did the play clock expire, or they get a timeout? So Timson did get the timeout, so we'll take it with him. So we've got 20 seconds left here in the first quarter, a big 4th and 7. Can Timpson pick it up? We'll be right back to find out here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher.
We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
And we're back here on NETSN. Again, Brett Swinney, Jason Cavazos here in Tyler tonight, Grace Community School. 4th down and 7, Jason, where are you going here with this? So if you're Timpson, I mean, they haven't really shown to throw the ball much. Is this the time that you bust out a pass, or are you just going to kind of keep it on the ground? What do you think?
I personally am going to throw something. I'm going to throw something either to the flat, or I'm throwing something across the middle. But
I mean, you got Wolf City's they're all up to basically within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So we're going to see. It's going to be Parker keeping it on the left side. Parker's got some room. Stiff arms the defender and picks up the 1st down. Nice run for Parker.
I don't think he got it.
No, he got it.
Okay.
Yeah, he only needed 7. I think he got.
I was just looking at the marker over there, and it looked like the guy I think he had it leaned over.
Yeah, he got that stiff arm. That's all he needed. That one stiff arm, and he got enough for the first there. Whew. I thought he might go the whole way there for a second.
Never can tell with the speed he's got. Looks like they're content to let the quarter in.
Yeah, I would too. They had a good quarter. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here in Tyler tonight. Timpson up 14-0. They are knocking on the door for another touchdown. We'll come back and find out what they do here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
We're going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks a tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Pick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN Game On.
And we're back. Second quarter action about to get underway here on NETSN. Again, thanks for tuning in and watching tonight's game. Chat with us. Chat's wide open. We got a few guys in there, but let us know where you're watching from tonight, who you're cheering for, or who you're cheering, maybe your particular player you're tuned in to watch. And how far. We can see how far the farthest viewership person is tonight. I want to see. As a handoff right up the middle to Richardson, he's going to pick up a gain of about 2, I think, on first down.
Yeah, he ran into a wall there. That time the Wolves' defensive front just collapsed any holes that were up there between the tackles. Good job by the Wolves, but you definitely can't count this Bears offense out because, I mean, look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, you got to wrap up those Bears because if they get in the open field, it's going to be tough. They got some guys with some wheels, and they're not vans. They're like Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
Parker, he's going to keep it. Right side, it goes around in. He's got a lot of grass in front of him. He's going to easily stroll in the end zone for a touchdown.
You got a holding call.
Uh-oh.
It looked like it was going to be a good block, but his arms just kind of came around and almost was a tackle.
Man, that's a tough one right there. You had an easy touchdown. You're going to back it up, and it's going to be a second down and a long way to go, about 18. So, big break for Wolfe City there. Can they take advantage of it? Because now if you can get a couple of plays on defense, you could force Timson into a field goal attempt or even maybe them trying to go for it in a tough, third or fourth and long here. This time it'll be Parker again, almost the same play, and this time he is met immediately. Looks like that's number 1 back in. That's Case Conley. He's back in there, Jason. He made a big tackle there.
Yeah, he got back in there. Looks like he's moving pretty well because he totally influenced that play. Great job. Doesn't look like he's hobbled at all at this point.
Yeah, he pushed that offensive player into the runner almost and then made the tackle. So this is 3rd and 18 now. Maybe we see the first pass attempt here. We'll see if Albert Parker is going to go in through the air. And he's not. He's going to keep it on the ground with Richardson. A nice gain, and Richardson breaks through. Richardson's going to be pushed out of bounds, and he's going to be inside the 10 for a first down. Wow, what a run.
Yeah, H.D. Davis saved a touchdown on that one. Couldn't quite catch up to him, but got just enough to push him on out of bounds. His angle was off, but good heads-up play by Davis.
I apologize, Timson. You don't have to throw the ball. You can just run it. You can just run it and get those chunk plays. I thought for sure we might see our first pass attempt there, but 3rd and 18, no biggie. Just run it.
Just run it.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for Timpson. Richardson off right tackle, or excuse me, off the right guard. And he's going to get up to the 3, I think, where they're going to mark him. So, nice run on first down.
Looked like big number 56, Corey Wilson, and also Hayden Blackwell, number 74. Both of them just open up a hole that I could drive my Jeep through.
Could you have ran through that hole still, Jason?
I don't run unless I'm chased. But I could.
I mean, if there was a wolf or a bear chasing you, maybe.
I could stroll rather quickly, though.
Richardson straight up the middle into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and right now the Wolves are just on their heels. I think this is a must-score drive coming up for Wolf City.
Yeah.
They've got to get some life on that sideline, and they got to get something going before the half for sure.
Yeah, Richardson's second touchdown run of the half. Low snap, good hold, kick is up, and good. So with 9:36 left in the first half, Timpson extends their lead. They're up 21-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN. And we are back on NETSN. Is Wolf City really a must-score drive here to get some momentum back, Jason? Last time they had the ball, we're like, okay, you've got to score here. Immediately, first play of the drive, you threw an interception and gave it right back to Timpson. I really think if they just got to get Davis going. He's their bell cow. You've got to get him going. You can't panic yet. You've got to still lean on him. They've just got to find ways to get him in open space.
Yeah, they've got to get him active in this offense, but you can't really put that on Adams, the pick. It went
it went through the receiver's hands.
It went through the receiver's hands, and, Casey Purcell, he just, at this point, he's had an off half. I look for him to turn it around second half.
They're going to a little pooch kick, fielded at the 37-yard line. That's number 3 on the return, Brendan Russell. And Russell's going to be marked at the 39-yard line, so that'll be where the Wolves take over first and 10. Good field position for them. I mean, they've had some good field position so far. They've just struggled to do anything with it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really has had poor field position this entire game. It's just that the Bears have done something with it when they've had it, and so far the Wolves have not been able to capitalize on any of the play calls at this point.
I really think they've got to get Davis outside the tackles. I think he's, the Bears right now are they're plugging gaps. There is nothing available up the middle, at least so far.
Yeah, get them outside so where the pursuit, get those big guys tired, and then it'll loosen up more in the middle.
So Adams in the gun, Davis to his right. Davis will get the carry. He's looking for room, and there is just nothing there. He's gonna lean forward and get 2, which is fortunate. So it'll be second down and 8.
Yeah, and they're doing a lot of offensive schemes where they're pulling guards. They're trying to create confusion on that defensive front, but they're showing a lot of gap discipline, those front 3, and those linebackers are filling in nicely.
So second down and 8 coming up. Back to pass. Got a man open. Caught by number 44. That's Northcutt, and he is going to score. Touchdown, Wolf City.
And that's the momentum that they needed. That is the shot in the arm.
So 59-yard touchdown pass from Adams to Northcutt.
And Northcutt is built like a linebacker. He's built like a linebacker on defense or a fullback. So seeing that big man with that much speed,
that's an impressive play.
It almost makes you nervous as a defensive back.
Ooh, and a low kick. I still think it went in. It's good. Doesn't matter how it goes in as long as it goes in.
Hey, at the end, Shavara will look at that and go, it's still a point.
So with 8:41 left here in the first half, Wolfe City gets on the board. They trail Timpson 21-7. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here on NETSN after a 59-yard touchdown pass from Adams to Northcutt there. And an impressive catch by the tight end, and just what they needed, just what the doctor ordered was points. The kickoff, that's number 7 on the kickoff. That is Shavara there, and we got a return coming, and there's some wheels behind Boykins, and Boykins is forced out of bounds, but not before he returns it all the way up to the Wolves' 44-yard line, I believe, where they're going to have him pushed out of bounds. Man, nothing like, you get one kind of momentum. You get Uncle Mo. He's wearing yellow over here. You got the pom-poms, and then all of a sudden maybe he's walking to Wolfe City's side, and then he's turning right back around, and he sees Boykins.
Yeah, he smelled the hamburgers over here, decided to come back over.
That is probably true.
Kind of have a seat.
So great counter there after the touchdown, as Timson has great field position. They're actually going to spot the ball at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff, Richardson just followed behind the big boys up front. He's going to power through and get up to the 39-yard line. Good run on 1st and 10 there.
And now you see the Wolves start subbing some of those big guys. They're just pounding the ball inside. Mm-hmm. And then about the time they start pinching up in the middle, then you have them break out the outside. And, you got Parker, you got Richardson, all them with speed. Yeah. If they get outside those tackles, they're going for a little while.
So we got 2nd down and 6 for the Bears. Hand off again to Richardson again. Oh, he's tripped up maybe by his own lineman's legs. Kind of got clipped. That was kind of a funny-looking play. I mean, he's kind of goes down a little bit gimpy a little bit, but I think he's going to be okay. That was a weird. He almost got like scissored by his O-lineman. Because low lineman went down, his legs went backwards, and he kind of clipped him.
Yeah, and it's always a weird deal when the O-lineman is tasked with blocking a defensive back, because something weird always happens. Conley will get credit for that tackle, but I think the O-lineman just it screwed him all up.
3rd and 5. Parker will take it himself, looking for a hole. He finds one and gets the 1st down up to close to the 32-yard lines where they're marking. So just enough for the 1st.
I have come to a realization. I could be a receiver for the Timpson Bears. They're never going to throw me the ball, but I can be out there wearing that 80 number.
And they actually gave him up to the 30, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. But yeah, I mean, that was in high school. That was the way. If I'd have played, that would have been what I would just run the plays in. Back then, you just ran the plays in. You were the designated play giver, I guess. We hand off to Richardson. He goes outside, and he is tackled by a pack of Wolves.
You had number 1 again, Case Conley, but also you had Rustic McElrath on there with the acrobatic portion of the tackle.
So a 2nd down and 6 here for Timson.
Big man's having some problems with his mouthpiece.
Oh, he just chunked it out. Oh, we got a jump, and they're going to get probably, since there was contact, it should be offsides against Wolfe City. I didn't see anybody move up front for Timpson. We'll see what the referee decides here. Yep, it will be.
Yeah, I see him. They threw a mouthpiece back in too.
I hope they cleaned that off a little bit.
I'm sure they probably did.
We spit on it a little bit.
Elijah Gardner, he is a large individual. I'm actually surprised that they let that go with throwing the mouthpiece off the field and let play continue. But who's going to tell him no?
Yeah, I wouldn't. No thanks. It's going to be Parker, and he is met by another pack of Wolves, and he is stopped backwards, and he's going to be knocked, I think, tackled down at the 25, I believe, there. Man, that was tough right there.
Yeah, I don't think they bought the handoff. I don't think they bought the fake. And there was nowhere for him to go. Just like you said, a pack of Wolves waiting on him.
So basically that 5 yards they just got for the penalty, they lost 4 of those back. So now a 3rd and 5. And what a big stop this will be for the Wolves here if they could get one. It's going to be Parker to keep it up the middle, and he's tempted to be tackled. The ball came out. Was he down or was he? Let's see what they do. I think Wolfe City has it.
They called him down by
contact. Yeah, then they're going to say he was down, and we'll see where they spot it. That'll be the interesting thing. You can't fumble forward, right? So they would have to bring the ball back where he fumbled it. I think he
spotted it at the 21.
So that's going to be 4th and 1. Definitely a go-for-it situation here for Timpson.
You know, I do think their kicker could make it, but
yeah, when
you've got momentum,
when you got Parker and Richardson in the backfield, and they're going to just keep it, and he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to score a touchdown. 21-yard touchdown run for Albert Parker Jr.
Why go for 3 when you can have 6?
That's right.
And just like that, Tatum. I did it again.
You did it that time.
I did it. The Timpson
We're
Bears
sorry, Timpson.
Go back up 6 more points. They get answered right back.
So Parker, his 2nd touchdown run of the first half. He ties Richardson. They have 2 apiece. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 5 minutes left in the first half, Timpson extends their lead 28-7. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And we are back. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors that make these games possible. We have, for tonight's game, Azalea Orthopedics. We have CDL Training Academy out of Henderson. We have the Brook Hill School, our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. So thank you for sponsoring. Also, our T-shirts and all our stuff that's made is quality T-shirts and designs. George and his lovely wife make those for us, and so they're our apparel sponsor. It's a nice hat that you got on, he made, and shirt. And
yeah, I got to check him out because I got to get some stuff made for my nonprofit. So definitely gonna go check him out.
All right, he's moved over there. He's by Cotton Patch now, and across from Tyler Legacy here in Tyler. And another little pooch kick. It's going to be fielded again at the 40. That's number 3 again is Russell, and he's going to get. Again, good field position for the Wolves up to the 46-yard line. I think they're going to start. So, important drive here for Wolfe City. They've got plenty of time to get points on the board before half. They did get the ball first. So, Timson will receive the second out kickoff. So, you don't want to not get points here and let Timpson get the ball back and and either score here and the first half, or one of them. They're going to have the ball a lot. So this is an important possession here for Wolfe City. I know we said that a few times, but the more and more you get behind, especially with how Timpson's been able to efficiently run the football.
Yeah, well, they haven't passed the football. So, but Wolfe City just has not shown consistency in order to break something open. So they've got to do something this drive. They cannot go down.
It's be a handoff to Davis, and they stay at home. Well, he spins off a tackle. He's going to bounce it out to the right, looking for his quarterback to get him a block, and there goes Davis. And there's one of those plays. Just make something happen, Mr. Davis. There was nothing there, Jason.
No. His whole blocking scheme was to the left, and he completely changed his direction, decided there was something a little better over on the right. They cannot fall down another touchdown. I mean, anytime Timpson scores now, the Wolfe City has to answer and preferably make a stop the next drive.
Yep. So 1st and 10 now. Going to step up to the pocket. Rolling around is Adams, and he's going to get rid of it.
Oh.
Yeah, he just ran out of room over there.
He ran out of room, and, Northcutt was trying to stop, and the defender was behind him, and Northcutt was trying not to fall backwards on him.
Just an interesting play there. So 2nd down and 10 now. 4:35 left. Again, we will have the halftime shows in their entirety, so make sure you stay tuned for the halftime shows. We'll get the band. And Adams is going to toss it over again to Northcutt, and he just slings the guy off of him. Goodness gracious.
We were talking during the break, and he reminds me so much, that 44 reminds me of John Riggins with the old Redskins from back in the 80s. Yeah, I'm old. But just a beast wearing number 44. And obviously I wasn't a Redskins fan. I'm going to counseling now, but I'm still unfortunately a Cowboys fan.
No, it's tough. It's a tough place to be.
Tough place right now.
It's been a tough place for most of our lives, except for when we were younger.
I was in the 90s. I was in high school. It was good.
Handoff at the middle. There's Davis. Davis has got some room. He's a stiff arm. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. A nice run by H.D. Davis, and he's got some big runs this drive, and it's really helping them get down the field.
Yeah, and Albert Parker Jr., did he put a big lick on him? No. He's a quarterback. He's not going to. But just the ball sense to know just to run him out of the bounds.
Adams throws a pylon and incomplete. Is intended for number 4, Kaysen Pacell. They took a shot there. I like it. They went in and took a shot there. Maybe kind of catch him off guard. Maybe give Davis a little breather.
You still got 3 more downs.
Yeah. So still 3 timeouts for Wolfe City here if they needed it. So 2nd and 10. It's like Davis in. Oh, he takes the snap in a wildcat formation and a touchdown for Davis.
And I had just looked at the defense, and I was like, they're not going to let him run up the middle. They're set up not to let him run up the middle, and he just took it right up the middle.
Yeah, just the hole just parted, and it was a wide open end zone.
Great job by the offensive line. Great job reading it by Davis. Now we got the extra point
is up, and it looks a little better this time and is good. That's Chavaria on the point after. So, just like that, 3:32 left in the half. Wolfe City says, not so fast, my friend. We're still in this game. So don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher.
We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
And we are back here on NETSN as we got High-scoring affair here in the first half here in Tyler at Grace Community School tonight. And just like that, Wolfe City answers. We thought they needed to, and they did.
Yeah, they need to make a stop this drive and maybe take the ball back and get at least 3.
So we go. A little onside kick. Oh, it's still loose. Did they get it? They got it. And that's one way to keep Timson from having the ball, Jason.
Yeah, that keeps that offense off the field and shifts momentum. I mean, he's already ate his burger, so he's hit back over to the blue side.
So we got Wolfe City ball now at the 48-yard line of the Bears. Clock at 3:29, plenty of time. And I like the risk there because you do have Timson with the ball if they get it, and then they're going to get the second half kickoff. So a good chance to try to get an extra score in here before halftime.
Yeah, I'll take that as a stop all day long. They needed to stop. They made a stop. And now first down, Wolves.
We'll see what they do here. They've got quarterback is Adams here on this one. Davis goes in motion. They're going to give it to him, and he is hit and then spins off the tackle and still's going to get a couple yards after he was popped there at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was Mason Harbison again, making his presence known this whole game. And Davis, great job bouncing off the contact. Harbison didn't quite let go, still was involved in the final tackle.
So second down and 8 from the 46-yard line. Adams hand off to Davis. Davis looking for a hole. He finds one, and he's going to get tackled down around the 42-yard line. So a nice gain. Will bring up third down and 4.
Yeah, Garner was trying to strip the ball loose. Davis, obviously great runner, knows how to maintain possession, but Garner was going to try for it anyway.
Pass complete. Caught at the 35-yard line. First down. Nice catch by Pacell from Adams there. He's just stopped where he needed to go and just got on his knees and caught it.
Yeah.
A nice safe catch.
Yeah, game I called last week actually drew a personal foul on that type of deal.
Because he was already down technically.
Yeah, he was down on the ground and the kid hit him.
And Adams is going to keep it himself. There goes Adams, rumbling, stumbling. He's going to be close to the first down, tackled at the 27-yard line. A nice run of about 8.
And Ethan Young, the senior lineman, almost tripped over his quarterback. Now, as a former lineman, that is one thing you don't want to do is trip on your quarterback and fall on him.
That'd be bad.
That would be bad.
Our new 2-minute timeout is where we're at now. We've got a 28-14 game. We'll be back to see what Wolfe City does here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here on NETSN talking to Timpson band director here, and we get the halftime show coming up, so don't miss that. We'll have it live here on NETSN, so stay tuned. They do, as someone that didn't participate in band, but I know how much work and effort it takes, so make sure you give those kids some watch and listen. They do a great job. A lot of time and a lot of hours involved for sure.
Yeah, as somebody who didn't do it myself, but married to a woman who was a avid band member, along with my children, I have learned to appreciate it, and they do definitely put in a lot of work. And last thing they want to do is come out and sound bad. So they do a great job usually.
So Wolfe City backs up after the penalty. They're going to wildcat snap to Davis. He spins off the first initial tackle, and he's going to get the first down. Nice run by Mr. Davis there. He's tough to bring down there. He's kind of getting in a little rhythm here in that second quarter.
He's got 3rd and 2 inches.
Oh, so we're going to give it to Davis on the wildcat again. He's initially hit, and he breaks through some tacklers, and he's still bouncing forward. I thought he was going to get tackled for a loss there.
Yeah, he got hit at about the 26, maybe even closer to the 27, and ended up picking up 3 more yards after that contact. First down, Wolves.
So 1st and 10 from the 24 now. Clock rolling here. Just over a minute to go here in the first half. Adams is going to draw back the pass. Quick out route to his tight end. And that's been his common connection. His Northcutt's been his probably his favorite target so far, Jason.
Yeah, that's his go-to right now. He's running good routes, and the big body's just shielding those defensive backs from getting anything to it. As long as he can put the ball where he wants it, Adams can probably get that catch 19 out of 20 times.
So here we go, 2nd down and very short. And Adams going to drop back to pass. He's looking to the end zone route. It's going to be caught by and it's caught. It is. Touchdown, Wolfe City. And that's number 4, Kason Purcell on the touchdown catch.
And like I said, he started off the half really slow, had some issues, but he's a competitor. He's going to come back in this, and he hasn't gave up yet. Touchdown.
We got a game here.
No, we definitely have a game.
So looking for the point after here, and on to attempt it is Mr. Tavaria. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 58 seconds left here in the first half, we've got a shootout here in Tyler, Texas. Wolfe City now only trails by 7, 28-21. Be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And we are back here on NETSN. Let's see, we got Coach Butler tuned in, Jason.
Oh, Coach Butler.
Checking in the Battle of 135 at Troop tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be a huge game, one of our pick'em games. I did pick the ARP Tigers, so Coach Butler.
I picked the ARP Tigers, but I'm going to do that.
It's going to be a pooch kick and fielded by Timpson. That was dangerous at the 45-yard line. Did he fair catch it?
I don't know if he fair caught it, but he jumped, and then the ball kind of slipped down towards his knees, so kind of made me a little nervous there for a minute.
That was dangerous there.
I mean, come on, Richardson. You got this.
That's where the coaches start pulling their hair out and it turns gray.
Yeah.
So we got we'll see what Tatum, I did it again. It's me now. Timpson, we'll see what Timson does with it here. 1st and 10 from the 45. They're going to give it to Richardson, looking for a hole. There's not a lot there. He's tackled for a gain of 2.
Good job. That linebacker core came in, just shut down the gaps. Nowhere for Richardson to go.
Looks like Timpson's content here. They're not getting in any hurry. They do get the ball first in the second half, so maybe that's part of Coach Gandy's thinking here.
And I'm sure they would take they'd break one loose. I'm sure they would take it, but.
So here we go. They're going to hand off. Richardson again, looking for a little hole. Not a whole lot there. Tackled down at the 49-yard line, so 3rd down and about 4.
It looked like H.D. Davis, put a hit on TQ Wright. Unfortunately, they're wearing the same jersey colors.
That usually doesn't work out too well.
Usually doesn't.
That's going to do it for the first half here on the campus of Grace Community School in Tyler, Texas, as the Timpson Bears lead 28-21 over the Wolfe City Wolves. We're going to take a break here, but we're going to keep it here for you for the halftime show of both schools, and we'll be back for the third quarter action here on NETSN. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to 2025 Wolfe City Varsity Cheerleaders. Senior Ellen Hale. Senior Patty Hanger. Senior Joseph Ubalco. Junior Emily Casmute. Junior Taylor Carl. Junior Andre Medina. Junior Hannah Richardson. Junior Derek Sandlin. Sophomore Brinley Colley. Sophomore Danica Crockett. Sophomore Sierra Mason. Freshman Alyssa Ubalco. Mascot sophomore Francisco Azuna. percussion section. Tonight's show is entitled Until Valhalla, featuring sections of My Mother Told Me, the theme from the History Channel show Vikings, and Heart of Courage by Thomas Bergerus. The Proud Pack Band is under the direction of Tyson Keen and Ruby Butler. Percussion technician is Matthew Meldar.
School District is proud to present the 2025-2026 Series in High School Bear Band. Introducing the 2025-2026 THS Major MI. Senior and twirler, Casey Vaughn. Senior, Robbie Mudley. Junior, Haley Shanks. Junior, Rita Vargas. And freshman, Madison Darby. Watch as our majors dousing you with performance 2. You really got me. The twirling sponsor is Ms. Kristen Solomon. In the tradition of the renowned style Timson marching, we proudly present the 2025-2026 Timpson High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of senior drum major Casey Vaughn. Drum major, you may proceed when ready.
And we are back here on NETSN as we're getting ready to get underway here in the third quarter. Just want to kind of go over the scoring plays of this game so far. Timpson got on the board first with a 45-yard touchdown run for Richardson, and then they scored again on a 69-yard touchdown run for Parker. And then 3 was the key number here, a 3-yard touchdown run, the third score of the game for Richardson. Then Wolfe City was finally able to get on the board with a 59-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Adams to his man, Mr. I think it was that was Northcutt on that. Northcutt on that one, and then Timson answered immediately with a 21-yard touchdown run for Parker, and then the last 2 scores of the half by Wolfe City, a 13-yard touchdown run for H.D. Davis, and they got the onside kick and got back on the field, and a 15-yard touchdown pass from Adams to Pacell, and that's where we are right now, as a 28-21 lead for Timpson. They will get the ball to open the third quarter. Jason, give us a little information about what you saw in the first half. What are you expecting here in the second half?
Well, the first half, what I saw at first, I thought it was going to be just a slobber knocker. I mean, I thought it was going to be a back and forth, just pound up the middle, running game, and then Timpson came out and just jumped all over them, and then I started thinking, well, maybe this is just going to be a blowout. Davis needed to get going for the Wolves. Receivers needed to complete catches, but once they started getting in the groove, they battled back, got the onside kick, kept the momentum. I really do want to see how Wolfe City comes out in the second half, with Timpson getting the ball, see if they can put a stop on them and come around and get some points on the board, tie it up maybe.
Yeah, we're in for a treat here in the second half, I believe. And when you got 2 teams that can just score from anywhere, I mean, you had runs of 45, 69, a touchdown catch of 59. You had 4 big plays for touchdowns, along with a 21-yard touchdown run for Parker. So, I mean, I don't think you're out of it. As long as the 2 teams are within a touchdown or 2, it's anybody's game in this one, because there's just such big playmakers on the field.
Yeah, and you have to wonder. Right now, I have just as many receiving yards as any of the Timpson Bears. So it makes you wonder, are they just holding that back just in case they need it?
So far, they hadn't needed it.
They haven't had to. They've been productive with the run game. So you just – in the back of your head, you just wonder, are they going to pull that little rabbit out of the hat if it comes down to it in a tight ball game and time running out?
Well, we're halfway to 50 for both teams almost, and I feel like maybe could it be the first one to 50 wins? I don't know. Maybe it's higher than that. I don't know. We've got you've seen some high-scoring ones this year. This is more points than I saw last Friday night already in one half. So. And we are set to go. And another onside kick attempt, and the ball is loose. Did Wolfe City get it again?
Wolfe City got it.
My goodness.
Looks like McElrath jumped on that one.
Well, if you can't stop them, don't let them get the ball. I guess that's what Wolfe City's motto is right now. And they'll start their 3rd possession in a row here. No, not counting the little one that Timpson had at the end of the.
There is a flag down.
Oh, okay. We got a flag.
It's on the near sideline. A lot of coaches were on the field, couldn't see it initially.
I wonder if it was something, because it looked like they set up a kind of a wall, Wolfe City did, where they kicked it and kind of surrounded the ball and didn't let Timpson have the opportunity to field it. I don't know if that had to do with it or not. Or they're really having a huddle here. They're definitely talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not. We were always taught, of course, 30-plus years ago, it was a different game. We were always taught to basically take heads off when you came in. Just don't let them get the ball.
It's a big call right here. And it looks like Wolfe City's running back. There's maybe going back to kick again. I don't know.
I don't know. They're kind of players going a little bit everywhere right now. I do miss last week in New Diana. We had a mic'd up referee. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's not always available at every stadium. It does look like that Wolfe City is going back to attempt the kickoff again. And they're putting it back at the 40, which would be just re-kicking. So I don't know what's going on here, Jason. This is, I mean, it's definitely been a long discussion here.
Yeah, and I mean, you would think if they're going to re-kick just as it was, that they're going to add those 2 seconds back to the clock.
Let's see. We're going to maybe get a call here. I don't know if we're actually going to get anything from up here. Now they're over explaining it to Coach Gandy and the Timpson staff. Okay, so they're going to put it. Are they kicking or are they not kicking? I don't.
It doesn't look like they're kicking. I thought I heard one of the coaches for Timpson calling for the offense.
Yeah, so it looks like the ref is stepping off a penalty from the 49, which is where we thought the ball was recovered. And so it went from Wolfe City getting the onside kick to so Timson got the ball. So I don't really know what happened there. I'd be interested to look back at the video on that one to see. Yeah, I can't really hear the ref.
Thought I heard him say something along the line. Maybe one of the Wolfe City players touched it prior to passing 10 yards.
Okay, maybe. That would make sense because they were right on the ball. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Timpson on a huge call. It's going to be a handoff to Richardson up the right side, and they were going for the strip. I think he was able to hang on, but our man that we're calling a lot tonight, Case Conley, was going in for that strip.
Yeah, he was definitely going for the ball. Always makes me worry a little bit about the shoulder health on either player, because you just see them flying around with their arms hooked. But great job of hanging on to the ball by the Bears.
So Richardson with 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And this time Parker's going to keep outside. He's going to have a couple of Wolves there on the tackle. He got through the first tackle, but didn't get through the 2nd and 3rd wave. And he's going to get a gain of 2. They're going to be at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 here. Or maybe, well, I don't know. Is that ball's in the middle of that yard line? It's going to be closer to 5, I think.
Yeah, I think we're about 5.
It's right in the dead center of the middle of the, it's almost marked at the 40.5-yard line. So here we go. 3rd and 5 for Timpson. It's going to be Richardson again on the carry right at the middle, and he is not going to get much. I think they're going to give him the 38.
Yeah, he hit that big wall, number 77, Santiago Marquez. And you hit some beef like that big junior, I mean, you're not going anywhere.
So now we've got a huge 4th down, and looks like 4. Here we go. Got to be patient. Can't jump here if you're the Wolves. Will this be the time they throw? Nope, they're going to give it to Richardson. He's going to get the 1st down. Man, these guys are just, they got what's that, steel pumping through their veins? What is it, ice water?
Yeah, and I just with Richardson, I expected them to go outside the tackles, but they're trusting that big offensive line. I think they think they do have the size advantage, so they're just falling behind those big guys and they're going.
So 1st and 10 now for the Bears. Ball at the 33. And again, it's going to be straight up the middle and just pounding the rock right now, Jason.
Yeah, and that wears down that front line for the Wolves.
So Parker with the keeper that time. And that's, I mean, first down, you get that down a chunk yards. Now you're make it easy here as a 2nd down and 4. And, I mean, Timpson's just going to continue to pound it. And Wolf City's going to have to stand up to it and stop them at some point. Richardson straight up the middle, just powers ahead, 1st down. I mean, 3, 4, 5 yards of carry.
Yeah, and I looked, and they had a change of personnel on that Wolf City defense. They brought in Northcutt in for the defensive front, so they took some size out and put a little more speed on that front line, and so far, no change.
Yeah, they're just going to keep, diving right up the middle with it. There's Richardson again, and met that time pretty quickly, and that's going to be no gain. Good stop there by the Wolf City defense.
And I know some players don't like that, and I know some coaches, some parents don't like that, but I just enjoyed number 3, Russell. He came flying in there. Those defensive backs, the ones that will fly into a pile, those are the ones that you like.
Yeah, he's going to sell out and give everything he's got here.
Yeah, and I mean, as a lineman, you look at those smaller guys and be like, it might be a little mentally unstable, but that's a good thing sometimes.
There'll be a keeper. That's Parker. He's tripped up, stopped at the 20.
Tripped up by guess who? Number 3, Brennan Russell.
And we got a Timpson Bear down at the 20-yard line. And we will take a break, and we'll check on him when we return right here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back on NETSN. An injured player for the Timpson Bears, Elijah Garner, was helped off the field. He'll get checked out by the training staff. It appeared to be a lower leg injury, knee or ankle or somewhere along that line. So they're going to take a look at him. So now a 3rd down and 8 here. A good chance for Wolf City to put some pressure on Timpson if they can. Oh, we had movement up front though, and that's, if you're a Timpson fan, that's not what you wanted to see. And so it's going to be movement up front, and it's going to back them up. Hit that reverse button, that bus button.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. Back them up.
And that was on that side where Garner came off of. I'm not going to say it was his replacement, but I didn't see exactly who moved. But Garner, good thing about him is he did come off, had a little assistance, but he was walking on his own legs. So
they may just get him taped up, maybe.
Yeah, get him taped up. Hopefully he's back in the game soon.
3rd and 13, huge play here. It's going to be Parker on the keeper. Wolf City's got him bottled. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage here. And that's going to be the 28. So we've got a 4th and 10 from the 28.
Yeah.
I would say this is not a must stop for Wolf City, but you need this one right here.
Yeah, you need that one. And Jory Young did a good job turning him back inside to the pursuit. Great defense.
Will Timson continue just to chip away and pound the middle? We'll see what they do. Parker in the gun with Richardson next to him. They're going to give some signals and maybe change up the play. Richardson will move over to the right of Parker. They're still trying to draw him off. They're going to end up picking a timeout. Yeah, I think so. So timeout, Timpson.
Wolf City's pretty fired up.
Yeah, forced the timeout for Timpson, and we'll take it with him. So we got 6:43 left here in the third quarter. Timpson, a big 4th and 10 when we return. Be right back on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Back here on NETSN, Brett Swinney, Jason Cavazos here, and a big 4th and 10 for the Timpson Bears at the 23-yard line of Wolfe City. They're going to fake the run. A little play action's got a man in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Timpson!
And I now have moved down to 2nd in the receiving yards for the Bears.
Fonte Collins with a touchdown catch.
Well, that's the first throw they made all night.
You 1 for 1 and a touchdown. Man, you make it pay off.
Yeah, and just a note, Brody Gardner, number 55, or excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Elijah Garner, number 55, back in for the Bears.
And the kick is up and good. So it's 6:36 left here in the third quarter. Timpson with a huge 4th down conversion for a touchdown. They lead by 2 scores. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher.
We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
And we are back here on NETSN. Timson with a huge 4th down conversion in one of those games where we feel like that you got to score every possession. I mean, it's just one of those games where offense is in charge right now, and if you don't score, you're missing out.
Yeah, there haven't been a whole lot of stops after the first 2 or 3 drives, so it's going to come down to who can stop who. Right now, Wolfe City has to stop Timpson. They got to score on this one first.
Big kick fielded by Wolfe City and a good return. Can't tell who that was. It wasn't H.D. Davis. It was the other
13.
Yeah, 13. That's going to be
Daniel Guillen.
Okay, so a good field position here up to the 38-yard line for Wolfe City. So now after Wolfe City back on you, they've got to answer.
Yeah, they have to answer this. And like I said, if the Timpson Bears, if they can put a stop on this, I really think you take some of the wind out of their sails, and it's going to be tough to pull out of that one.
We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free for watching this video. If you subscribe, you'll be able to interact with our chat. Also, like this video. It helps us out. It's free of charge to you guys, and so we appreciate it if you can do that for us. So it's going to be a handoff up the middle. It's H.D. Davis, and there he goes, running through tacklers. Goodness gracious. The disrespect, and I think we have some laundry on the field, Jason.
Yeah, laundry's decorating the sideline. I don't know exactly what happened.
So if you have a laundry business or an eye care place that would like to sponsor our flags,
hey, let's sponsor the flags. I still want a burger place or somebody to sponsor the beef on the front of that line.
The beef. So it's going to be an extra 15 yards. I believe it was a late hit out of bounds over there on Davis. So something you don't want to do here is Timpson to give them extra yards. Davis already was discarding tacklers all over the place, and then I'm sure that was frustrating for the defense not to be able to tackle him, and so it took it out on him a little bit.
He discarded one with authority.
Be a pass. Oh, incomplete, intended for the tight end Northcutt, but almost into the hands of the Timpson defense.
Yeah, almost to the defense, and I don't know if Northcutt catches that. I don't think he's going very far because defense was all over him. I think they're starting to key a little on him, but he's got a seam with Northcutt right now if he can get there.
Adams threw a little bit hot on that one. Good pass and completion on that time to the far side of the field. That's caught by Kason Pacell again for a first down, and Wolfe City's kind of settling in now, maybe mixing up some pass to kind of give Davis some room when he does get the ball. I like the coaching strategy there on that. Coach Smithy and his group. It's a handoff up the middle to Davis. Davis off tacklers. Davis into the end zone for the touchdown. 18-yard touchdown run for Davis.
And he earned every bit of
Man,
that.
he was
one.
bouncing off like a ping pong ball off of a ping pong table, Jason.
But yeah, like you were talking about earlier, you start spreading it out, opening up the pass a little bit. That's going to soften up. They're going to have to drop some linebackers, kind of watch those tight ends, and that just opens up holes for Davis.
Yep. Point after. Good snap, good hold, kick up, and good. So with 5:53 left here in the third quarter, Wolfe City answers. Timpson's up 35-28. Be right back here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher.
We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
And we are back here on NETSN as we have a offensive battle. What I was expecting tonight is here, and the question is, will Wolfe City attempt the onside kick again? They've done it the last several. It doesn't seem to matter. Whoever gets the ball is going to score here recently, so, I mean, maybe you try it now. Timson is thinking it, so maybe you pooch it right over the top, Jason, and have one sit around the 10 and have a foot race here. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but right now, Timpson's got the advantage. They got the lead.
It's going to be another onside kick. The ball is secured. That was number 12 that fielded the ball, Jakevian Boykins. And he sure-handedly caught that one. And Timpson will get more good field position. They'll be starting at their own 48.
Yeah, Boykins just a sophomore. I mean, young guy, but he's already shown this game that he can make an impact.
Hey, we got a compliment. We shoot 100. Said thank you for the great commentating. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I love some high school football on a Thursday night here in the Beast, Texas area.
Yeah, it's almost like we're just two guys sitting in recliners talking noise about a game, but it's a really good game.
It is. 1st and 10 for Timpson. So we hand off to Richardson up the middle. He's got a little bit of space. He's going to get about 4 on that first down carry.
And you wonder how much that one pass all game, you wonder how much that softens up.
Now they have to think about it.
Yeah, now you have to watch it. So curious to see how Wolfe City responds and how they adjust with that.
So 2nd and 6. It's going to be Richardson again. Bounces out the right side. There goes Richardson. He's got room. He's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 20. A big run for Richardson.
Good pursuit angle. Good pursuit angle by Russell. Obviously saved a touchdown. Richardson's got the speed. He could break loose at any given moment, but that's why that pursuit angle is important, and great job.
So ball is spotted at the 18-yard line of the Wolves. So Bears 1st and 10. Richardson again with a carry straight up the middle. Richardson, over a tackler. I think he's staying on his feet. Oh, they marked him down. He was on top of his own player, and I thought it might have kept him from putting his knee down, but.
Yeah, I'm sure the fans would love it if they had video review.
Man.
But I'd love it just to be able to see from a camera actually that close, but we obviously don't have the budget for the cable cameras, and I don't think Grace would let us string cables all across the field.
Yeah, a drone. They don't let us do those either. Parker going to keep it himself right up the middle. Parker spins off some tacklers, and he gets inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, good tackle. I mean, what can you say? The offensive line is creating some great holes. Bongrat's made a good tackle on him, but just not much you can do when you're giving up 3-4 yards of run.
Timpson fans here getting excited here on this home side. Parker is going to hand out to Richardson, and that time the Wolves bottled them up, and it's going to be no gain on 1st down.
They stuffed the middle that time. You almost expect the play action or just something off tackle.
Well, and the line, they stopped the line and made them kind of retreat backwards. So then it left nowhere for Richard to go, and kind of just cut his own legs out from under him there.
Yeah, if backs a lot of times, whether it's quarterback, running back, whatever, they are looking for the rear ends of that offensive line to see which side to take, and there was nothing but backwards.
Parker this time follows his blockers into the end zone for the touchdown. 3-yard touchdown run for Parker. And Timpson answers back again. Back and forth we go. I don't think 50's going to do it tonight, Jason.
No, and what's bad is I think those first 2 or 3 drives may be the deciding factor in this game.
Really, really would be. So on for the point after, Mr. Castillo. His leg's getting tired, I think. Got the ice after the game. Little high snap, good hold. Ooh, some penetration from Wolf City, but the kick is up and good. So with 3:18 left here in the 3rd quarter, Timpson leads 42-28. We'll be right back here on NETSN. And we are back again on NETSN. We've got a shootout. We've got 70 points already, Jason. We've got still a quarter and 3 minutes to go here.
Yeah, I don't think 50's going to hold it.
Yeah. We just got just 2 teams with great offenses that love to pound the rock. I think the main difference is Wolf City's has kind of balanced it out a little bit with the passing game, but they didn't start out the game with that. They kind of, I feel like they ran it up the middle, and that cost them early in the game. They've kind of figured it out now, I think so. They've been able to spread it out, but will they be able to make up the difference that they kind of lost that first couple of possessions?
Yeah, they stumbled out of the blocks just a little, and Timson really did not. So it's going to be interesting to see if those first 2 or 3 possessions are what decides this game, but it's definitely a shootout.
And a deep kick going to force the returner back inside as his 10. That is Guillen on the return, and a flag coming in. And we'll see what that is. It's usually on the return team. We will see if that is the case. And if it is, it could be one of the worst starting positions that Wolf City's had in this game.
Man, I don't think if they don't move the ball, this is, I think, the worst starting
Yeah.
field position of anybody.
Yeah.
But it's moving one way.
I think
or the
Timpson had it at the 25 one time on it. They kicked it through the end zone. Yeah, blocking the back's gonna back that thing up.
Yeah, it's
so they're
it's like about the 12.
Yeah, it looks like 12-yard line. So Wolfe City's gonna have to work for this possession.
And if you're an optimist for Wolfe City, you know you're thinking Davis is going to have a 90-yard or 88-yard touchdown run.
Yeah,
Adams going to have an 88-yard touchdown throw.
Yeah. And it's going to be Davis. He breaks the tackle. Davis cuts it up. There goes Davis into the secondary. There he goes. H.D. Davis. Will he get there? Jason, did you call it? Touchdown, Wolfe City. 88-yard touchdown run for H.D. Davis.
I'll hit y'all with my Cash App tag
Oh my gosh!
for all the Wolfe City people.
Holy shenanigans! Maybe you need to go buy a lottery ticket after this game.
Yeah, I might have to go buy one.
Oh my goodness! What a run! He broke through a couple tacklers, and then there was nobody there. It was just a foot race.
Yeah, I mean, he had showed great balance going through the line. He did get some slight contact at the line of scrimmage, and then he had to break through another tackle about 5 yards through. And then it was a foot race.
He showed that 10-7 100-yard speed right there.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. And just like that, well, bad field position, let's just wipe that out.
Yeah, let's clear that off, and we'll just pretend that never happened.
My goodness. And, a low kick. It's no good. So a missed extra point by Wolfe City, which kind of, lets the air a little bit out of the balloon. But nonetheless, an 88-yard touchdown run for Davis. We're going to take a quick break. 2:53 left here in the third. There's more scoring to come here on NETSN.
Yeah.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here on NETSN. I hope you got your coffee ready, your popcorn, and you're enjoying this one because it may be a while. We're going back and forth. They're throwing haymakers here.
Yeah, you might as well. I hope you have all your stuff sitting beside you right now because you can't leave this game for a minute or the score's going to change.
You're going to miss something, yeah. So 34-42. What was the missed extra point here? Now, here's the question. Are we going to have another onside kick? It looks like they're setting up again for it. I'm thinking here in a minute you got to force Timpson to go, 70 or 80 yards and see if they can do it. I don't know. They're going to keep going for the onside kick, and he basically missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he might have still been in his head a little bit from the extra point attempt.
Yeah. I mean, you've got all this field. Like, I know Timpson has done well on offense, but you give yourself a better opportunity to at least stop them if you kick it a little bit deeper. I know they're trying to get the ball back, and I get it, but at some point you've got to kick the ball back here and force them to return it.
Yeah, one thing I will say is one of the captains, Case Connolly, for the Wolves, after that kind of miss on the kickoff, went over to Shabadia and looked like he was just trying to encourage him, tell him, hey, it happens. Don't get down. We got more football to play. And you love to see that from your captains, from your seniors, just trying to keep the team up.
So, 1st and 10 for the Bears. They are at the Wolves' 42-yard line to start this drive. Parker's going to keep it. Wolves pick it up very well, and they're going to take him down for a loss of 1.
Man, it looked like Jory Young was in the huddle with the Bears. Right before the snap, he broke to the left side of the defense, which is the right side that they ran to for the Bears, and there was wolves aplenty. The pack was there, and you know what normally has been a 3 or 4 yard game for them was a loss of 2.
Yeah. So we got a 2nd down and 11 now for Timpson. You got Parker with Richardson. It's going to be Richardson on the carry, bounces it outside, and Richardson's going to get. Oh, he runs through a tackler. Nice run. Woo. He introduced himself, and it wasn't a nice introduction.
No, and Clay Horton, his feet were not moving. So Richardson, with his momentum, just took Clay and just took him to school in some ways. But I will give Clay credit. He did not let go.
And he stopped him short of the 1st down, so it is going to be a 3rd and a short 2 here for Parker and the Timpson Bears. He's going to give it to Richardson, straight up the middle, runs hard, runs through arm tacklers. He's got his lineman there helping him push. That's number 56, Corey Wilson's trying to give him some extra push, and he picks up the 1st down and across the 25. I think they're going to spot him at the 23. Man. Big boy is trying to help him. Jason, you never did that, right?
It was illegal to push runners back in our day, so we would never do anything like that. I keep waiting on the tush push to come to high school for one season, then it'll get banned.
Oh, gosh. 1st and 10, Timpson. Man in motion. Oh, no one moved except Parker. That was weird. So he takes it himself off the right side. That play just didn't look right. It looked like nobody except the center and the quarterback knew the play was going on there.
Well, and I mean, he looked ready for the ball. Parker looked ready, but it's almost like the center and Parker were on one, and the entire rest of the offense was going on 2.
Yeah. Yeah, they were on a different sheet of music or something. I don't know what they were running because the line didn't move. He just took off, and they were just like, wait a second. We're running the play already? So as clock's rolling down here, they will take one last snap here in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be Parker will be handed off to Richardson. Oh, tries to leave. Oh, he gets speared. He got Roman Reigns speared.
Down.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, hey.
Come on, he tried to jump him.
It's hard on that one.
How do you there's no way there's a flag on that, right? The guy jumps, so were you supposed to just let him jump over you?
Man, I get it, but I don't. I mean, you don't want to see any of these kids get hurt, and that's a tough play.
Well, when you jump in the air like that, you're taking a chance on getting hit.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's part of the move. That's what happens when you jump. It creates that issue. If that was the call, because
we're going to see the referees.
Case Conley is kind of, I don't know. Well, it wasn't Case, or was it? Yeah, that was Case Conley kind of pleading his point, but.
Block below the waist on the defense.
So it wasn't the tackle. I don't know.
Block below the defense doesn't block, do they? Jason, when's the last time a defense was blocking for the? I don't know. That's an interesting call for me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Have to look that rule up because I don't know that I've ever seen it called on the defense.
Well, the coaches for Wolfe City are not exactly happy, and I don't necessarily blame them. I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything that mean it didn't happen. I don't know the rule book like the officials, but regardless, that creates a 1st and 10 for the Bears. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. They're on the
I was going to try to see if I could see that play while they're discussing it here. But I'm going to see if I can bring this up for us at home, just because I want to see what exactly happened. And I don't think I have it there. It's going to went back to Maine, but I'm just curious of that, what the call and why it was made. this will be interesting one to talk to coaches, later and see what the actual play call was. But we are through 3 here on the campus of Grace Community School in Tyler, Texas for this neutral site pre-district game, and we've got a good one. 42-34 Timpson. They've got the ball. They're driving. We'll be right back to find out what they do for the fourth quarter on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
He's going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ward breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
And we are back here on NETSN. Brett Sweeney, Jason Cavazos here for this incredibly exciting game here tonight on a Thursday night football game of the week on NETSN. Again, if you like what you see tonight, we got a lot of games on the slate tomorrow, and we'll talk about those here as we get going through here this fourth quarter. But we have a great one here going right now. A 1st and 10 for Timson. Ball at the 12-yard line of the Wolves. And with some movement up front, that looked weird. I think that's going to come back. Yeah, I think you had a little too much movement up there at the front as those big boys got moving early.
Yeah, and there was the Wolves stacked the box. There was at least 8 in the box, and they're pretty much selling out for the run. I want to say they kind of view the pass as obviously an oddball because that's been the only one of the game.
Yeah, they're 1 for 1 for a touchdown. I mean,
they're good at it.
It's a good percentage. So 1st and 15 now. Ball back to the 17-yard line now. So it's going to be Parker with a keep off the left side. Parker runs through the first tackler, gets hit in the secondary. That's going to be number 3, I believe, on the hit there. Brennan Russell. And they get back those yards plus a couple, so they're now at the 10-yard line for a 2nd down and 8. So a gain of 7. Just nothing to it. Just get those yards back.
Yeah, and they're loading up the box, trying to keep the run, but those edges have to keep the runner inside to the pursuit.
Going to be a handoff to Richardson, and he is met immediately. That's going to be a loss of 1.
Big man, 55, Brody Gardner with the stop and the little shimmy. He's still shimmying. You got
a Gardner and a Gardner on as 55 on both teams. So you got Garner and Gardner.
Yeah, that's what threw me off on the last one. I'm gonna claim that one. Both of them exceptional.
So 3rd and 9, big play here for the Timpson Bears. Man in motion, ball snapped to Parker. Still looked like they weren't ready, and breaks through a tackler, and he's going to be just short of the first. I think he's going to give him the 5. That play didn't look right either, Jason. That looked like Parker in the center again went a little before everybody else. I don't know. Maybe that's just the play design. Well, they gave him a lot of extra yards. He must have stretched the ball out before he went out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the first down.
Yeah. So 1st and goal from the 2. Wow, that's a good spot.
I do want to say they did get away with a hold on the corner there. It looked like the edge got spun. Not much you can do with that. Referees are human, and I'm sure they miss calls the other way too. So just that's the way football goes.
Parker is going to keep it himself. Oh, I don't know. Who had it? It looked like the ball. That looked strange too.
Yeah, it looked like Richardson ended up with the carry.
It was like he was going to pull it, and and didn't pull it. So they got one. That's kind of scary there. You don't want to fumble the ball right here on the doorstep of scoring a touchdown. So
no, you want to keep that. You want to keep that edge. You definitely don't want to give Wolfe City the ball back.
I'm just going to give it to Richardson right here. Just let him punch it in. Something normal looking. I don't know if you want to do a read. I just hand it off to him.
I'm going over there behind big number 55.
See what they do. Parker's going to give it to Richardson right up the middle on an easy touchdown run. 1 yard touchdown run for Richardson.
And I think they went behind big number 55.
That's a good choice, Jason.
Yeah. Well, you see how big number 55 is. I mean, good night, Elijah Gardner is just a large man.
And he's a junior.
So he's going to terrorize people for another year.
Yep. So a important point after here to make it a 15-point lead. Low snap. Oh, and they go with a 2-point. That's 33 scrambling around. That is Jaden Miles, the freshman, and kind of a low snap. Tough to get the hold down. I had to kind of renegotiate that. But it's a big miss because now we're back to a 14-point spread here. Couldn't make a difference later. We'll see. Can Wolfe City answer? We'll find out when we come back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And we are back on NETSN. Brett Sweeney, Jason Cavazos. And Jason, we mentioned earlier that we've got a lot of games going on. So I'm going to, while we've got a second here, I wanted to pull up the channel and let people know what we have going on. So tomorrow we have Brook Hill will travel to Austin Regents. We have Big Sandy going to Harleton, Carlisle in Shelbyville, Center in Madisonville, and Chapel Hill in Lindale. That's where I'll be. And then Mount Pleasant in White House. So we've got 6 games on the slate tomorrow. You have the night off, so yes. I mean, you could tune in to all 6 of them if you wanted to, just to, you know, if you're really up for. Oh, and that's interesting. We've had some of the weirdest kickoffs tonight.
Yeah, there have been so many onside kick attempts. I don't totally understand that one by the Bears, but
are they that? Are they just that scared of the other team's offense? They don't want them to touch the ball. They'd rather just take their chances on getting an onside kick.
Well, both these teams have explosive kick returners. I mean, you got Davis on the back for one. You got Richardson on the back for the other one. You know, so anything could happen. But you're also, like we said earlier, we're giving great field position to the opponent. And
yeah, so I mean, Wolfe City now is starting at the Bears' 44-yard line, 1st and 10 here. Drop back to pass. It's Adams looking around. He's going to throw it deep, and there's nobody home for that one. Intended for number 3, that is Brennan Russell, but he was not open and not close on that pass.
Yeah, I really think he should have looked up Kason Pacell over here. They're giving him a lot of room over here. If he catches the ball and gets tackled immediately, I think he's good for 5 at least on that play. So I just think he missed the opportunity on that one.
So man in motion. It's Adams going to keep it himself, and he is met and not let go of at the 45-yard line. I think his height, he just leaned over and got back to the original line of scrimmage at the 44. But 3rd and 10 now, and here's the deal with what I don't like about those first 2 play calls. You've yet to give your best player the touch, and I think Davis has got to get a touch here of some sort. And he's not. They're gonna throw it, and incomplete over the head of intended receiver Brennan Russell. See, I don't like that, Jason. You got your best player. He's going to Kansas State, and you've run 3 plays, and now you've put yourself in a tough spot at 4th and 10, where it's not a normal play for him to. I like maybe the pass on 1st down, but you got to give it to him on 2nd down, I think.
If you want to pass the ball, to me, I really think you need to spread out your receivers, and then you got to get Davis involved. Get him out in the flat.
This is a big play right here. 4th and 10. Can Wolfe City get it? Davis is going to go in motion here out to the side. They're going to throw it to him, and it's over his head. And they're going to say backwards pass. I don't know. I guess they are.
Yeah, they're
So, and then it's going to be a turnover on downs, and that's a tough possession right there if you're a Wolfe City Wolf fan. Is just they had a chance to continue to stay with Timpson, and now not only did you not make it on 4th down, but you gave them the ball inside of your own territory.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And like I said, I think that play, me personally, I think that play should have been your 2nd down play. Get Davis out in the flat and see if he can use his legs to give you 1st down or 3rd down and reasonable.
Yeah, I don't know. And they had a great spot there, and, Davis has been effective. I don't mind the spreading out and passing just to make the defense, remember, hey, we can throw. But when it comes down to it, you got to give your man the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he showed with, the 88-yard run that he is a threat. They're loading up for him. So maybe that was their thought process, was that they're loading up for Davis, so let's spread it out. But, you don't even look at him till 4th and long. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Parker is going to hand the ball off to Richardson, runs through a tackler. There he goes. There goes Richardson. He is gone. Touchdown, Timpson. 44-yard touchdown run for Richardson.
And that, I think, was the nail in the coffin. It's going to take a lot for this Wolves team to keep their heads up on that one. They just had I'm going to be nice and call it just an ineffective drive. But first play right out of the box, run it up the middle and run for 40-plus to pay dirt.
Man, what a run for Richardson. Just runs through tacklers, and then once he gets in the secondary, there's not anyone catching him in a foot race. The kick is up and good. So they made it to 50. We'll see if that holds. Timpson leads 55-34. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher.
We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
And we are back here on NETSN. We just talked about some of the games we have tomorrow. Also, if you're watching the stream tonight and you liked it tonight, you enjoyed the video that Calvin's doing upstairs and our commentary, the band performance, anything about this stream you liked, just hit that like button for us. That really helps us out. Make sure that everyone knows that we have the games and it helps us get seen. And that subscribe button. Jason, remind everyone at home how much does it cost to subscribe to our YouTube channel?
It's tough. I'm getting older, but I believe it's free.
It's absolutely free. It is. And also, make sure you download the NETSN app. It has all kinds of neat things. We have our pick'ems that I'm destroying Jason in because he has this excuse of he just missed a week. But, and then we have our weekly show, Beast from the East. You can catch it on our channel and also on the app. Jaron was in the commentary earlier. He's on the show with me. And Jeremy Diamond, K.O. Kyle Owens, Mr. Red Zone OT himself. He's on KLTV. He's on the show with us. And we have a lot of fun every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We talk all about Beast Texas football. And so we have a lot of fun. A lot of things going on in NETSN. And so subscribing to our YouTube channel, downloading the app, and liking this video really helps us out. So we appreciate you for tuning in. And So we have a ton of games going and still have it's only week 5. So here we go as we got Adams back in the gun. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. Caught. There he goes. It's caught. That is number 13, Guillen, and he is gone. Touchdown, Wolfe City.
And here's the punch back.
Wow. What a run. What a pass completion. I mean, Jason, did you just say the game was over? They said, not so fast.
Not so fast.
My friend. Man, what a play. Adams, what was the yardage on that, Jay? Where'd they start from, the 25?
Started from the 25.
So 75-yard touchdown pass. Wow. Just big play after big play in this game.
Yeah, and if you're Wolfe City and you want me to continue to talk about this so that way you can just say, I'll just keep saying it's over and y'all keep scoring touchdowns, I'm more than happy to do that also.
Snap, good hold. Kick is up and good. So 1 play, 1 pass completion, 1 touchdown. 8:52 left in the game. Wolfe City says, wait a second, it's not over yet, so stay here right on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here on NETSN, and I'm assuming we're going to get another onside kick at this point, Jason. I mean, now you kind of have to do it if you're Wolfe City. You've yet to show that you can stop Timpson. Really, either team is, since midway through the first quarter, has really stopped anyone. And so we're going to see another onside here with a little less than 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's definitely, this has been a great, interesting game for me.
And here we go. A little bit longer version. The ball is pounced on at the 40.
Smart play.
Number 19, that's Jeremiah Tutt-Young, a freshman on the, I guess, return, if you call it that. He got down, and so now it's going to be Timson ball at the 41-yard line. And the challenge is going to be, can Wolfe City get a stop on defense or force a turnover? We've only seen the 1 turnover, and that was the interception for Timpson early in the game. And right, I mean, that's a huge play. That flipped a score for Timpson and a score for Wolfe City. So that's really the difference if you look at it. So we'll see here if Wolfe City can get a stop. Parker is in the gun. He's got Richardson. He gives Richardson the ball up the middle, and there goes Richardson. He got a face mask, and the ref really threw his flag on that one, as it was a 15-yard face mask. Used to, you had the 5 and the 15. That would have been a 15-yard either way. He got his head turned on that one.
Yeah, there's no denying that one.
I guess then you can't tackle him. You got to do something to get a hold of him. Huh?
And Richardson, I think his helmet got spun so much that he never saw the flag fly out, so he was kind of looking at the ref going, hey, we need a flag, and he threw it while the play was still going. Easily won the call.
So 15 yards on that personal foul face mask penalty will put Timpson in great shape after that good run by Richardson and then the penalty. So they will be at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 in Wolves territory.
I was waiting to see.
Parker's going to keep it up the middle, looking for a hole. He kind of sees one. It wasn't really much there. He pushed forward. Looks like they're going to give him back to the original line of scrimmage is all they're going to give him. So no gain for Parker.
Yeah, and this Timpson offense is made for this moment. If you look at it, I mean, all they do is run. So clock is going to continue to move. It is on the Wolves right now to get a stop.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, man, a turnover, like a strip fumble or something would be ideal if you're a Wolfe City fan right now.
Yeah, because you're not going to get an interception.
No, I don't think so. Parker Hand off to Richardson. He's going to bounce it outside. Richardson's got room. Richardson, can he get to the corner? He's going to get taken down with a great tackle, but not before he picks up the first down inside the red zone. They're going to spot the ball at the 12-yard line, I believe. Nice run by Richardson.
Yeah, the edge on that side got sucked inside, and once they lost the outside edge, Richardson exploited that. And I mean, it was a foot race. Russell made a great tackle to stop it, but just not much you can do when the edge gets sucked in.
They lulled him to sleep, Jason. Hand off middle, and then that boom hit the outside, and it was, like you said, they had all collapsed in. It was open. So here we go. It's Parker in the shotgun formation. He's going to keep it himself. He's going left. Wolfe City's got him trapped. Can he get around? Oh, he breaks it through a tackler. Oh man, he really avoids getting his head taken off there. They had him lined up, a couple of the Wolfe defenders, but he made something out of nothing. I have no idea how he got to the 5, but that was an incredible run by Parker.
Yeah, he knows exactly where he is on the field, and he's just waiting for things to develop. And that's a lot of maturity for a guy, especially when you're that close to the end zone. You just want to just drive in there, but he let his blocker set up, and that got him at least 2 or 3 more yards.
I thought Wolfe City had him. Had the angles there and just couldn't wrap him up and let him get through that little crease.
And how many times do we talk about, as a defense, you want to stretch them to the sideline? Wolfe City did a great job of it, but he just found that crease.
You just have to finish the play. You can get him stretched out, but you can't let him break that first initial tackle. So here we go. 2nd down and 3. Handoff, Richardson, and he is going to be stopped, and looks like right about the sticks. We'll see if they give him the first. It will be 1st and goal if they do. Looks like the ball's at the 2.
It's almost at the 3.
Is it?
We're at a bad angle.
This
it's
is
hard
tough.
to tell, but it looks like it's.
They're saying 3rd and
half.
Very, very little.
Yeah, it looks like it's on the 3-yard line, half between the 2 and the 3.
So Parker, he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to jog into the end zone for the touchdown. So a 2-yard touchdown, or 2 or 3-yard touchdown run for Parker. Man, just touchdowns. I'm running out of room on my sheet here. I'm not even going to count them all.
Hey, look at it this way. We have scored now over 100 points.
Yeah. 102 points. Definitely the most I've seen all year in a game. I don't know about you, but
we've had some high-scoring ones, but I don't think we've had this many from both sides.
What was the Carlisle St. Augustine one? Were you at that one?
Yeah, no good. Wide left.
Oh. Were you at the Carlisle St. Augustine?
Yes.
That was high scoring.
That was a high-scoring game. The New Diana, I don't remember who they played last week. But
Redwater?
Redwater. The New Diana Redwater was a back and forth, kind of like this, but just not quite as high scoring.
So we got 5:30 left. We'll stay here. Again, hopefully everyone's enjoyed tonight's broadcast, and there was other options like the NFL and things on, and so you chose to tune into this ball game. So we appreciate your time for tuning in. Again, we have 6 games tomorrow night. If you're at a game and you can tune into one, I'll be over at a game where I think could be one of the games of the week as far as just great contest. Rivalry games between the Chapel Hill Bulldogs and Lindale Eagles. I think it could be an absolute classic, and I'm excited to do that one. See, Carlisle St. Augustine was 27. It wasn't the game I was thinking of then. 27-22. The one I was thinking of was, which one was that y'all had that was back and forth?
That was Carlisle St. Augustine was back and forth. It just wasn't that high scoring.
There was a high scoring one last week.
Last week was the New Diana was fairly high scoring.
Okay. So we got a kickoff. We'll go deep, and they're going to just let that go.
Oh, he better get low.
It dies at the 1.
Okay.
But he has to field it. But this is the rule that I don't really like. I think kind of takes away from that kind of drama where used to you had to field it if it didn't go in the end zone. You couldn't onside or fair catch it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like that. I can't remember what game it was. I want to say it was a 62-57. Was it Mount Enterprise and somebody? Mount Enterprise.
I want to say Mount Enterprise played somebody and it was a pretty high score. But to go to your point on the kickoff.
You know what I can do? I can go back, Jason, and look at the app, and then I can tell you.
There you go. Look at the app. But last week we had at New Diana, we had a kid that.
It was Mount Enterprise in Shelbyville. That was one Larry did. 62-57.
Ooh.
Yeah, so.
But we did have a kickoff last week where they did not field it, and it was recovered by the kicking team.
Here we go. Adams going back to pass. He's going to be completed there. That's number 4, Kaysen Pacell. And as we suspected, the Wolves continue to. Yeah, G5 said, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I knew that we had the game last week. I just couldn't remember which one it was. I know I've had some low-scoring ones this year. I mentioned earlier a couple of West Russ games, and they have a great defense. They just wasn't a lot of scoring. It's a slugfest. It wasn't like this one. Whew. So 2nd down and 2 for the Wolves. Clock rolling here. You got to get something going. And it is a pass complete, and it's going to be for a loss, and it's going to stay inbound. So kind of a worst-case scenario there. You lose yardage, and the clock continues to run. That was completed to Austin Bongatz. I'm going to say that. We apologize for that one. That's not one of our name pronunciations.
Yeah, you're going to have a grandmama up here on you.
Well, they didn't give me that one. So 3rd down and 3. Could be a quarterback keeper straight up the middle, and there you go. Oh, he kicks the 1st down, and then he meets a few unfriendly Bears. Does Adams, and 1st down though, nonetheless. And it looks like they've went ahead and pulled H.D. Davis. He's not even in the game now, so.
Yeah, I was just noticing that.
So you're at the point now where you want to prepare for district, and you don't want to get anybody hurt. So you got a guy like Davis that means so much to this team, especially when you had another player that was injured already. That was on the sideline. So Adams, almost caught, intended for number 13, Daniel Guillen, and that was Chris Herron that was injured. We saw and is one of their tailbacks and kind of the other guy that they rely on. Don't know how serious that is or how long he's out, but
hopefully not wrong.
Yeah. And a catch there on the short completion, and he is running and stumbling up the field. That pass was caught by Brendan Russell, and a big gain up to the 25-yard line of the Timpson Bears. So a nice pitch and catch there. Yeah, and they're not stopping. They're going to keep fighting here.
Yeah, it looked like a little bubble screen. They almost chipped half the offensive line. The offensive line just did chip blocks.
Quick pass out to the side. That is caught by number 13. That's Guillen again. And he's going to be up for a 1st down.
And I like the tempo. I really do. There's still, you can't say anything. One thing about this game, if it ended at this score, it was a respectable game. I'm sure both coaches learned a lot about their teams from this. There's going to be some defensive adjustments, that's for sure. But offensively, they saw a lot of things that worked and what didn't work.
Adams back to pass. Looking end zone. Ooh, incomplete. I think that either he threw it too early or the receiver didn't know it was coming.
It almost looked like the receiver broke in and Adams wanted him to break out.
Yeah, he wanted that fade there.
Yeah, and it was open on the out. The fade to the corner of the end zone would have been open where Adams threw the ball, but Guillen saw something inside and broke in.
Adams Back to pass again. End zone. Is he going to get there? He will. It's his big man. He ain't going down.
No.
Touchdown, Wolves. That's Northcutt with a touchdown catch. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we're what? What are we at, 108 now?
Yeah, 108 points, yeah.
You know, we're bypassing my ARP education here. I can't count much higher.
Tavaria on for the point after. Kick is up and good. So with 2:41 left here in the game, Wolf City is not done yet. They're still fighting. We got an onside kick coming. Stay with us here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
And we are back here on NETSN. We've had some interesting kicks tonight, Jason, but now would be a time for one of your good onside kicks if you're Wolf City. You've already recovered one, so, what's the percentage of getting another one is not great, but I've seen stranger things.
Yeah, and, just me, I like kicking is like my favorite thing, but I don't know, you want to kick that top part of the ball and get that good bounce. I would personally I'd be the exact opposite of Ace Ventura. I want laces in on an onside. They know it's coming, so why not?
Here we go. Onside kick, and it's fielded perfectly at around the 47-yard line. I think that's Parker, the quarterback. So put the hands team in, and Parker does his job, and so they pick up a few first downs, and they can wrap this one up.
Yeah, and you still got Richardson out there, Parker out there. I get it. It's a battle, but
you can't let off the gas. I think even at this point now, just one play and you're back to another onside kick with a chance of them getting it back. So,
yeah.
I got another final here before we get the snap in. Edgewood did get the win tonight over Prairieland, 35-13. It's another NETSN score. So congratulations to Edgewood with the big win. Up the middle of Richardson, and he's taken down pretty much immediately. And did we get the timeout? Blew it dead.
Changing the game clock.
They fixed the game clock? Okay. Now we do still also have the 2 minutes timeout, so we do have that as well. So they will be able to stop it. But it looks like we do have a timeout. I believe it's Wolf City. I don't really see any reason why Timpson would take one. We'll take it with them. We've got 2:33 left. Timpson up by 13. Be right back here on NETSN.
Brook Hill is more than a school.
I am more than a teacher.
We're more than a classroom.
This is more than a performance.
That is more than a scoreboard.
At Brook Hill, you are more than a student. Brook Hill provides a Christ-centered education that more than prepares students for college. It prepares them for life. Brook Hill is a place to grow, a place to belong, a place to thrive. Are you ready for more?
And we're back after the timeout on NETSN. We're going to have a handoff to Richardson looking for a hole, and still not much. He's going to be stopped at the 48-yard line.
Case Conley turned him in.
So some stops here by the Wolf City Wolves defense. And we've got another stoppage. So we'll take another break. We got a 3rd down and 9 coming up. Be right back on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, we're back again as we're having timeouts galore here, and we'll probably get another one here if Wolfe City can get a stop here on 3rd and 9. What will Timpson do? Get a man in motion with Parker in the gun. Parker's going to bobble it. Uh-oh, he's got trouble. He spins out of it, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage somehow. I know he was like in a little spin cycle, Jason. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he tried to make something out of a lot of nothing, but just too many white jerseys there for him. Not much he could do.
And 2:21 to go. 4th down and 10. Timpson will probably have to punt this. I don't see any other way. I mean, maybe they go for it. I don't think they would. But we'll take a quick timeout with them. 2:21 to go. Be right back on NETSN.
We would like to thank Christine Vasquez, CPA, PLLC, the official accountant of NETSN.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
All right, 4th and 10. Will we see our first punt tonight? We're going to try to draw them off, I'm sure, first. And we could draw them off, and they have a couple timeouts. They could use them. We'll see. Nope. Parker's going to keep it. Looking around, and he is wrapped up by Conley. Spins out of it. He's coming back this direction, and he is taken down, and it will be a turnover on downs with a tackle made by number 6. That is T.O. Wright, excuse me, or TQ. The light's on it here. TQ Wright. So, Jason, 2:11 left, down 2 scores. Do we see H.D. Davis back in the game now? I mean, I don't know. It's still possible here. Quick score, and then you'd have to get the onside kick next time.
Yeah, you would have to get the onside kick. You have to score probably. If you're going to throw the ball this one, you need to run 2 plays before the 2-minute. So not sure if they're going to or not. H.D. Davis still on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to
put Adams back there and let him sling it around.
Let him throw.
Okay. He's got his favorite target out there, Mr. Northcutt. So Adams by himself in the gun. You got 5 wides. He's going to go to this near side. Oh, there's a little hold in there. They didn't get that, as it looked like Pacell got held. Did you see that little jersey tug in the back there a little bit?
I didn't. I've got the pole of doom right in that spot. There's a bar on the window right in that area for me.
Okay. It looked like there was a little bit of jersey tug in there. Don't know how much it would have affected it, but there was a little bit of that. But no call nonetheless, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 43-yard line of the Timpson Bears. Adams got some time. He's going to throw short to his target, his tight end, and caught by Northcutt. And that's going to be the 2-minute timeout. So we're going to have a 3rd down and about 7 when we return from the 2-minute timeout. So maybe our final time of the game. We'll see. 1:59 left. Can Wolfe City finish this miracle comeback? Well, stay here and find out on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Welcome back to NETSN. Brett Sweeney, Jason Cavazos have been entertained by an incredible ball game by both schools, Wolfe City and Timpson. I'd like to thank the fans for both schools for tuning in. Also, just our NETSN fans in general, anybody that's tuned in, we appreciate you catching the game tonight, and hopefully you're enjoying this one. It's been a high-scoring affair, so if you like offense, you enjoyed this one tonight, that's for sure. Adams in the gun. It's going to go quick pass and incomplete, intended for his receiver, Brendan Russell, on the far side. It's going to bring up 4th down.
And Russell was there.
Yeah, he just dropped it. I don't know what happened there.
It looked like it was a little behind him, not quite where he wanted it. I think if Adams had that one back, I think he would do it just a hair different that time.
There we go. 4th down. Adams. He's got time. He's got a man, and he misses off target, a little low and outside, and intended again for Russell, and that's going to put the Timpson Bears back on the field, and will be victory formation coming for Timpson. But a great ball game from both schools tonight, and both fans should be proud of their kids tonight. It was just a battle, man, just from both teams, and it really came down to the first quarter. Really it was. It was the first quarter. Timpson was able to get up that 21-7 lead and just Wolfe City could not get out of that hole.
Yeah, they're going to come out of this game. There's going to be some defensive coordinators who have lost quite a bit of hair. But that first quarter, Timpson was able to get their rhythm a little quicker.
Really, it was that turnover. Turnover, because that was a switch from Wolfe City having a chance to score to Timpson scoring. That's 2 possessions, a 13-point game.
Yeah.
And that was it. I mean, the one mistake, and it really was just one of those communication between the quarterback and receiver. They were on the same page. The ball was tipped and just fell in the arms of the Timpson defensive player. And so I think it was Boykins, I think, was the interceptor of that pass. And
right place, right time.
Yeah. But it has been a treat tonight. And again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Great numbers tonight. We appreciate you. Again, before you get off the stream tonight, give us a chat. Tell us how we did. Also, let us know where you watched the game from, and like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate all the viewers. That's why we're here, for you at home that can't be at the game. And that's going to be the final snap. Looks like they're not going to, which it should be one more snap, but I guess they're just going to let it all run all the way down. Man, oh man, what a game. I mean, I expected high scoring, but we had a great one tonight. I will say, I got to see 2 great teams, some excellent athletes and football players on both sides.
Yeah, and anytime you look, and of course, like I said, I'm going to talk about kickers all day long, and I'm going to talk about these big guys with those big numbers. Great job in the trenches by both teams. I mean, that's obvious by the score. So just a great effort, both teams. I mean, nobody should really hang their head on this, and hopefully everybody makes that trip home. Yeah,
it's a long trip for both schools. We talked about it before the game, but quite a trek for both schools, over an hour drive, and that's going to do it for tonight's game. So we got a final of 61-48, and what a great night. Thanks to our man Calvin upstairs. Just looking at the player of the game. I mean, for Timson, I mean, Richardson and Parker, to me, they just co-player of the game to me. Both of those guys, I mean, they had the ball the majority of the time between the two of them. I mean, I would say you had Parker with a touchdown pass. That was kind of a huge play, that big 4th down touchdown pass. That might have been the spark they needed. But overall, those 2 guys, player of the game for me, just touchdown after touchdown. I kind of lost count. I was trying to keep up over here, and it was just there was like back and forth there for a minute, and just a great, exciting game. But
yeah, if this was Thanksgiving and John Madden was here, each of them going to get a turkey leg. That's for sure.
That's true. Well, again, for our man Calvin upstairs, bringing you all the action on video. For Jason next to me, I'm Brett, signing off for this evening. Your final here in Grace Community School, Tyler, Texas. Timpson wins over Wolfe City 61-48. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on NETSN. Good night, everybody.
Williams fights through the yards, breaks some tackles. Williams still on his feet. Williams breaks another tackle. Here he goes. He's got some blockers. Sam Williams, he ain't going to catch him. Touchdown, God. 59-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2 for Sam Williams.
Yeah, whoa. They get set early, very quickly here. Play clock down to 3. Dixon gets it off, low snap. Pickram up the middle, and there he goes. Pickram into the secondary. Pickram is going to go. He is gone. Touchdown. Macho steps up in the pocket, and he gets away from one tackler, avoids another tackler, tries to run. He's still on his feet. Camacho's still on his feet. He's still running. Camacho, goodness gracious, he's still going. Camacho, is he going to score? Wow. Touchdown. Quick pass. Bork adjusts and intercepted, and he caught it.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's going all the way.
Oh, my God. No,
it's Taylor.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
And a pick six.
Kind of stalled him out here. Brisbane got Stewart with a little.
Oh, he ran over the defender. A helmet coming off. Holy man.
Quarterback Smith. And Smith's in the gun. He's going to go back to pass. Goes out to his left. He's got a man open. It's Bork again. Caught. Bork breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Arp. What? Here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to throw it outside. They're going to double pass here. Going deep. That's Man Scott. What a catch by Man Scott. It's a one-handed grab. He's going to go almost all the way. Just tackled at the 1. Highlight reel right there for Man Scott. Oh, my goodness, Jason.
I don't think you'll see anything like that.
Woo.
That's not an East Texas highlight reel. That's Sports Center right there.
Man, oh, man. What a catch.